Hi, my name is Lindsey. I'm the Process and Procurement Specialist with Materio. Today I'm going to talk to you about not only how to track time, but also how to access all the tools that we have for tracking and managing time in Materio. So let's get into it. There are three places where you can access time tracking tools in our system. I'm going to briefly show you each one, and then we'll jump into tracking time together. The first place is from the global menu. If you click on time tracking, here you will be brought to the time tracking screen where you can access all time tracked across all projects. This is a great place to come to when you want to handle the administrative side of tracking time. I am not seeing anything here, but that's because I'm filtering by today's date. But if I chose to filter by, let's just say July 1st through today, I can see all the time entered across all projects in that window. This is nice because at a glance, I can see things that need to be changed. I can also choose to add notes in here to make things more clear. I can edit time that I've spent. I can see this was 5 minutes and I'll say, no, I need to go back and check my notes. That was actually 1 hour and 15 minutes. I can see this one's 4 minutes and I'll say, no, I checked my notes and it was actually 45 minutes. Just a great place to maintenance all the time that you've already entered. All right, the next place is from within a project. So let's jump over to our demo project. We're going to go to the Finances tab. Materio treats entered time as an expense. If I click on Finance, I can go to the Expense tab here, and I can see some more information about time that I've already entered. This is a really good tool to look at to see if I'm properly allocating my time across a project. I might look at this and say I need to spend less time on cabinetry and maybe more time on furniture or general requirements. So just at a glance, you can kind of see what you're spending more time on and what you're spending less time on and make some adjustments if need be. If you've already connected time to a category in the scope, then we can see that here. But if you haven't, it will fall under this uncategorized bucket. All right, the last place is the timer. The timer is the tool that you're going to interact with the most. For this demo, we're going to be using the desktop version. This is where you actually enter the time. So let's track some time together. I'll click on the timer, and because I'm already in a project, you can see I'm in the demo project, then Materio knows that, and it automatically populates my project for me. Here, the first field is the activity, and think of this as the person who might be performing the activity. So your project manager would be selecting project management. Your procurement specialist might be selecting procurement, designers design, admin, and so on. You can set these to reflect whatever works for your team and your process. You can completely customize this. I can add in a new activity and say meetings. And you can also customize activities for your firm. Basically, if it says company activities, what it means is it's overhead, most likely not billable. I'll click done here. And we're going to select design. And let's just say I'm going in and I'm not sure what I'm going to work on. I might have some general idea, like I'm going to work on some selections, but I don't know where that's going to take me. I maybe just want to choose design for now and then just start my timer. But that lets me know that I'm going to need to go back and maintenance this at some point. I'm going to want to put a note in here that will jog my memory as to what I was doing. So I'll say selections. I can add more information once I know what I've done. So I can go ahead and start that timer. Just let it run. You can pause it, you can stop it, and then move on to a different project and start tracking time there. But it's just really easy. It's always in front of you. It's very easily accessible. The other thing that you can do is enter time manually. Let's do that. Again, it's already selected our demo project. I'm going to select design again, and then let's just say I'm working on like a very specific selection. I'll choose electrical, and then I want to choose the chandelier. These are pulling directly from scope. Now I can say a little bit more. I can say I was sourcing options. Let's say that took me 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay. Now, if I want to keep entering time, because I'm entering it manually, I might be working from my notes and just making sure that I'm entering all my time for that day. So I'll just continue on. I want to keep going, and I'll say enter more time. When I do that, it automatically populates the other fields that I had already entered in previously, which is really nice. So that way I can just keep it going and say, yep, on this one, I was still working on that chandelier, but I was sourcing options from First Dibs this time. I was working on that for 2 hours, 30 minutes. Save time entry. I could keep going. So what I want to do for now is close this. I'm going to go ahead and stop my timer. So I'm going to go to timer and I'm going to click stop. In that period of time, through the timer and through manual entry, we have entered in 3 time entries. If I click on today, I see that there's these 3 time entries. This is really nice because this prompts you and really supports you in being able to enter your time every day, as opposed to, once a week or once a month and you're struggling to remember, or you might miss things. We want you to add as much key detail as possible. In order to do that, it probably needs to be fresh in your mind. I like to go here and say, hey, I've entered, 3 entries today. Let me just go manage that time and make sure that I can add in this additional information while my memory is fresh. I am at that screen where we were working in previously. This is the screen where you want to maintenance and, like I said, handle the administrative side of tracking time. So I see my 3 entries and I could just look in here and say, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Hey, I might want to say more here, but I was working on design, just selections. That's maybe not enough. So let's go ahead and say, so I just said I'm working on the selections for the living room and dining room primary seating options. I want to change this to say that was actually 3 hours and 15 minutes. All right, so I say my time looks good. It's in good shape today. I'm done for the day. I'll start again tomorrow. There's another way that I want to show you how to track time. Let's jump over to our scope in the demo project. Here we go. I want you to see that I can track time against a design fee as well, not just against material selections in my scope or line items in my scope, but against a fee. Right now, I have a budget set for this, and I'll show you where I did that. Go to the grand total here, open that up, hover over the donut, and then click Edit Budget. As you can see, my total budget is $36,000, but I'm only showing $28,500 in here. And why is that? It's letting me know that I am only at 79.2% of my allocated budget. And so if I see, hey, I've got pre-design estimated and schematic design estimated, design development estimated, but I don't have anything for construction. I think I need to be at 7,500, I think that is. Now I'm at the full amount of 36,000. Let's track time against that. We're going to go back to our timer. We're going to enter manual time. I'm in the demo project. Let's just say I want to work on design. And this time I'm going to pull from the category in my scope. I'm going to pull design fee. So that's this here. The item is going to be one of these phases. I'll tell Materio which phase I'm working in. I want to say that I'm working in the design development phase. I'll enter a note here. So I'll say specifically what I was doing. Let's just say I was updating so I'll just say I was updating the space plan for the living room and primary bedroom. And I was doing that for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Enter that. Okay, yes, I want to enter more time. Same thing, I was working on design development. And in this case, I would say maybe I was working on the renders. Okay, and that was taking me 4 hours and 30 minutes. And I'll save that time. We've entered time. Let's go ahead and invoice for it. I'm going to go to the Finance tab. And I'm going to say New Invoice. I'll say this is for, I will add invoice items, and I'm going to pull from hours logged. Now, I've got a lot of time in here, but I only want to work on those entries that we just entered today. So let's narrow it down and just say I want today only. All right. And now for this invoice, I only want to pull the things that we entered for against the design fee. So I'm going to select these 2. I'm going to go ahead and add these 2 line items to the invoice. I can see right away I've got a project management fee and a shipping fee, and I don't need either one of these on this. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. I can choose to show time to my client in 2 different ways. Right now, both line items are showing, meaning all the detail is also included, but I could also choose to just show a summary. Even if I had 10, it would just show me a summary of the time that I invested as opposed to the full line items. Before I send this off to my client, I want you to know that if you've already taken a retainer from your client for design time, what I would do now is I would apply that payment and say from retainer. So I would pay that in advance. That way I would just be letting my client know that I'm allocating the funds that we were holding in the retainer, and I'm now applying them to the time billed. They've gone from retained to invoice. In this case, I don't have a retainer, so I'm just going to send this to my client and ask them to pay for it. Now I'm going to go ahead and process the whole thing. So it's going to show as a closed invoice. So I'll just assume that my client paid me and I'll apply a payment here. I'll say they sent me a check. And we've got that all paid up. Now what I want to show you is how you can look at time tracked in terms of profitability. So let's go over to performance. I can see that I've got the category of design fee all here, and I have these phases. And from these phases, I can see how much I've committed and how much I still have yet to go. I can see how much I've invoiced. So I see that I have 21% that I've invoiced design development, and I've got 13% invoiced against pre-construction. So that means I'm doing pretty good, but that also determines like how much further I have to go. That's why this is the great place to determine, hey, am I on track to meet the expectations that I set with my client? Am I in danger of breaching that expectation? Do I need to update that expectation? Do I need to ask my team to spend less time on this particular area? It's just a great way to give you some information to let you know before you go over on time. It gives you that opportunity to make changes before that happens. So that's it. We have tracked time, we have edited time, we've managed time, we've invoiced time, and we've also looked at our profitability based upon that time. If you need any help going forward and doing this on your own, you can access our support staff using the help link in the dashboard. You can also email us anytime at support@materio.co. We think these are really powerful tools. We love using them, and we hope you do too.